Hello Aries, welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria. This is Radiant Moon Tarot. Today we are channeling your archangels and we're going to have a look and see who is working with you the most right now, what messages they want to convey to you, and we'll see where we go. There is no time limit to this particular reading. This is a timeless reading. Whenever you're meant to find it is exactly when it will find you, whether it's the day I post it or if it's years from now. Once you do see the reading, these energies are activated for you for about the next 30 days or so, usually about 4 to 6 weeks after you see the reading. So let's get right into yours and let's have a look and see what messages archangels have for you, where they want you to focus or what areas they're highlighting for you, and see who is working with you in the most beneficial ways. Well, you've got the big guns coming out here. We do have Archangel Michael working with you, bringing you some balance, and then we have Jophiel here for some joy. Or I think I said balance. I meant patience if I said balance. So Archangel Michael, very, very, very powerful, right? The head cheese, so to speak. And he is bringing you some patience. There may be areas in your life where you're starting to get a little bit frustrated, where you're starting to feel as though there's no traction, as though there's nothing happening for you. Patience very much is a virtue. And Archangel Michael is reminding you here that everything does happen for a reason. Everything does happen in divine timing. If you're waiting for an opportunity or you're trying to sort something out, sometimes we can really get what we are looking for in great leaps and bounds and instantaneous opportunities and resolutions to things. But other times, more often than not, life is a marathon, okay, not a sprint. So my Archangel Michael is saying there's a lot of things blossoming and a lot of blessings that are headed your way, but patience may be required for you for that. Okay, so in the meantime, while you're waiting for something, you can also always do some chakra clearing. Call on Archangel Michael for the power and the strength to persevere, to keep on moving forward. Okay, and even to be open and receptive to all kinds of different opportunities that may head your way, because quite often what happens is we get what we need from the universe, from our angels, spirits, and guides, which is quite often a little bit different than what we think that we want. And quite often we do get something a lot better than we could ever imagine. So call on Archangel Michael there for that assistance, for that guidance, and to give you the strength to embrace some patience. But we have Archangel Jophiel here as well, bringing you in some joy. Okay, so this is a reminder here that life is meant to be lived to its fullest. And yes, you may not be where you want to be right now. You may have had a lot of challenges, especially in the last couple of years. And, so sometimes, we can just feel as though, there's no joy to be had. Okay. And so Spirit does want to remind you here that to take even just the smallest pleasures in life. Okay. And to really try and take maybe even just 5 minutes a day, if you can, just to do something that you like to do. Even if it's just, playing a game on your phone, okay? Even if it's just to walk around the block of your neighborhood a little bit to clear your head, whatever it is that gives you joy, okay? This is also the pursuit of happiness here with the Jophiel energy, okay? We do have another lovely little playful dolphin on there. Dolphins do like to embrace life. They have fun, but they also are very social creatures, right? You don't typically see a lonely dolphin, okay? They always travel together. They've got their family unit, and they band together in times of fun and pleasure, and they also band together to help each other out and to protect each other. So there may be a social aspect to having fun and finding joy in your life, in your world. So focus on the things that give you pleasure. Focus on things that you love. Okay, and we're not always in a situation where, everything in our world is 100% perfect. But we can certainly, do some things to kind of alleviate a little bit of stress. So call on Archangel Jophiel and also Archangel Michael there to help you and to guide you and to maybe even show you the right direction, or to help you kind of take a load off or take your mind off of things that are bothering you. Okay. Um, so let's see what else we've got. We've got the Queen of Raphael coming there. That's the Queen of Cups. Two of Gabriel. We have Epiphany coming out there. And we have the Nine of Michael. So, we do have this Archangel Michael energy coming out in here. So there may be something that is causing you a little bit of anxiety, something that's causing you some stress and some grief, maybe even keeping you awake at night. Okay, the Queen of Raphael really is all about positive emotions, okay, being open and being receptive. But there's also a healing element that comes in with Queen of Raphael energy. And this is that Queen of Cups. Okay, so this is really that energy of being open, of following your heart, of being with the people or the situations that really do give you pleasure and joy. And if you're not there right now, okay, you're anxious, you're worried, you're stressed, you're looking out into the future with the Two of Gabriel there, that's the Two of Wands energy. You're trying to put some things together, you're trying to put a plan in place. And, sometimes perfection does take a little bit of time. The Epiphany energy there with card number 9, that is actually the Hermit energy. Spirit and angels are really trying to get a message across to you. Okay, so you may need to quiet your energy down a little bit. Some meditation would certainly help you in this regard. Okay, a little bit of soul searching energy with this Epiphany energy, right? Archangel Raziel is represented by that one. And when we go within and we take a step back out of our current day-to-day energy, okay, we just take that step back 5 minutes a day and we just kind of close our eyes and we meditate and we contemplate. You don't need to do anything fancy for meditation, right? A lot of people do a lot of fluff and flutter. Just bring it down to basics. Meditation is really about quieting your mind so that your other senses are heightened. Okay, our brains are wonderful things, but they do tend to get us stuck sometimes with that Nine of Michael energy. So when we do take those moments and we do take those opportunities to step back a little bit and to quiet our mind, we can receive the messages that are coming through. We can connect with our soul, our higher self, and the universe, and we can get the answers that we're looking for. So there is an epiphany moment that is trying to come through for you. I feel that there's some guidance that's trying to come in. I mean, we've got 2 9s coming in for you side by side. Okay, so this could certainly indicate that there is a completion of a cycle that is coming in. 9s are about completion. So perhaps you are really nearing the end of one cycle of your journey and you're about to start a new one. Okay, but there's something here that you've got to complete, or there's something here that's about timing. Okay, or maybe there's even a little bit of uncertainty that lies within you. Sometimes we can, 9 of Michael, that's the 9 of Swords energy, that pesky little thing, self-imposed restrictions, right? And sometimes we do create our own little blocks, especially if we aren't 100% sure what we want. So there is that deep need there to really connect with your higher self and to think about what it is you want. But the 9 of Michael can also be a bit of a dark night of the soul energy. It can be part of that energy, right, where we're tossing and turning at night. There's something bothering us, or our subconscious, something is trying to come out, something is trying to get out in the open because something may need to be addressed. You could be experiencing some dreams, maybe even some nightmares, okay, facing your fears possibly, right? So whatever that is for you, you are either tossing and turning at night with angst, okay, worry, doubt, fears, okay, or maybe something is waking you up in the middle of the night and maybe you feel a little bit weird, or you've got like some remnants of a vision that may have come in there for you. So the nighttime is a very interesting time for us. Especially if we are getting woken up by spirit. Now, for one, if it's really disrupting your life, okay, and you're waking up at the same time every single night and there's no real reason for it and you're not necessarily worried or anxious, it could just be that there is some spiritual guidance coming through, because the veil is thinnest in the middle of the night, right? Our subconscious is really what's alive and kicking, because our brain is typically, usually at rest. But that's quite often when we do get a easier connection with the spirit realm. But if it is bothering you and if it's disrupting your life, you can certainly say to your empty room, please go away. I need my rest. Connect with me later when I'm ready for you. Okay. You can tell them to go away and they will kind of go away there. It sounds kind of funny. Sounds a little bit funny, but it does work, right? It's just easier for them to connect. But if you are having some interesting dreams, just keep a pen and paper beside your bedside table, okay, and just write down the first impressions, the first words, the first feelings, or whatever, that when you do wake up, there will be messages in there for you. Okay. But the Queen of Raphael and the Epiphany energy, both of these, they do bring in a healing element. Okay. So perhaps there's something here that does need to be kind of healed a little bit so that you can move forward. Okay. Maybe releasing some fears, some worries, some doubts that are there. Okay. But certainly there's something that is closing out a cycle for you, or there's something that is completing within you, okay, so that this helps you to move forward. So your intuition is very, very much on point here, okay, with the Queen of Raphael. You're open, you're receptive, right? Spirit's really trying to get you, the angels are trying to get you to follow your heart, to go out and have some fun. But it's very spiritual energy here also. But with that Two of Gabriel, okay, figure out what it is you want and then get ready to move forward. Okay, be ambitious, be bold. Okay, think of something joyful that you want to do. What are you passionate about? What are your dreams? And get ready to follow your dreams, because I think here that you're being shown the way. Okay, Spirit's really trying to highlight your path forward, especially with this Two of Gabriel that's there. Okay, so Spirit's really trying to, get you to get a little bit of clarity. Okay, and, really to start to make a little bit of progress there. Okay, so you may also have some relationships here that are highlighted for you. The Queen of Raphael can certainly bring in some love. Okay, yes, it can be about following your heart, following your dreams, being open to your spiritual self as well. Okay, but it can represent a person in your life, possibly you being open to some love and romance. Okay, it can also be a person in your world who may actually have an incredibly positive influence on you in some way. Okay, this can be someone that you want to partner up with, possibly. Okay, and if you are looking to partner up with somebody, maybe you've got some big lofty goals, some plans, something that you and this person share. And perhaps it's like a timing issue. Okay, but with this all being coming into alignment for you, okay, the time may be near, but maybe a little bit more patience is just required, because you may need to get your ducks in a row. Where do we start? Where do we end? What do we want to do? Okay, so sometimes you got to take that extra time to put that plan in place. We have the Two of Ariel there. The Ace of Michael. There's Michael. Hello. All right. We have the 10 of Michael. Okay, Michael is very heavy in your reading, and we've got the 3 of Gabriel coming in there as well. Okay, so, the Two of Ariel, this is really all about a juggling act, a balancing act. Okay, so you may find areas in your world where you're not quite in balance, in alignment, and maybe that needs to happen for you so that you can move forward. And if you look here, we've got the Two of Gabriel, it's the Two of Wands energy, and we have the 3 of Gabriel, right? Put a plan in place, get all your ducks in a row, figure out what it is you want. That Ace of Michael right there. Michael's bringing you some clarity, a sense of purpose, an epiphany moment comes in. Okay, perhaps shutting down that 10 of Michael, right? You're making progress. You got the 9 of Michael, you're worried about things. Okay, and the 10 of Michael, you are shutting down any kind of negativity that may come into your world. No, 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 siree, Bob. You may also be finding here that your path forward, you're, trying to figure things things out, you getting some clarity, you're getting some answers. You may have a burst of inspiration, some new ideas here. Okay, you might actually have a few things that you're contemplating with this Two of Ariel. Okay, this is a reminder to have fun. Okay, Two of Ariels, Two of Pentacles energy, quite often juggling a whole bunch of different things, a whole bunch of things on your plate. Okay, so sometimes to get the clarity that we're looking for, sometimes we do need to lighten our load just a little bit. Okay, find a little bit of balance. All right, put something to the side right now. Okay, so that you can take that step back if that's what you need to do. All right, but the Two of Ariel reminds us here to have fun with what we do, to have fun with our life. Yes, we have priorities and we've got things that we need to do, but ultimately, it is important to have fun, to find the joy and the pleasure in what we do. And if you're not in that energy, then I think there's an opportunity here for change. All right. But you may have some decisions to make, some important decisions to make with the Two of Wands and the Two of Ariel. Okay. You're trying to, you're trying to either manifest something possibly, okay, or you're really trying to figure out what it is you want. What are my next steps? And then taking a practical approach to something to move yourself forward. The Ace of Michael, of course, is all about new ways of communication, new ideas. This is all the new, okay? So out with the old way of thinking there with that 9 and 10 of Michael. Ouch, okay? No, we don't want that anymore. And we want to bring in some brand new energy, that clarity, a sense of purpose even as well. Okay, so Michael's really trying to bring you in, a little bit of clarity, but also some strength, some power. Okay, very powerful archangel working with you, very big time. Okay, so call on Archangel Michael. Very, very prevalent in your reading. Okay, so and this is where we may get a little bit of source of strength, right, to persevere, to overcome, and to even try new things, right? The 10 of Michael here, okay, you're getting again epiphany or clarity on something. You're finished with a situation, right, and you might need to wrap something up or let something go or heal from something, right, before you can make those steps to move forward. But the 10 of Michael may also, yes, be leaving your past behind. A little healing element there with that Hermit energy. Okay, but it can also just be this big shift that's coming in here for you, right? The end of one thing to start something new. It could even just be throwing your old ideas out the window and seeing things a little bit differently. With that Ace of Michael, it's like, nope, you know what? Back to the drawing board we go, but this is beneficial for you, right? And so certainly some very powerful energy coming in. But of course, the Michael in this particular deck, the Michael energy is the sword suit, right? So the power of communication, the power of our mind, our ways of thinking, okay, can sometimes either make or break a situation, right? All depends on how we look at things. So Michael is here to give you that clarity. Okay, but certainly something there that needs to kind of might need to work through before you can really put your plans in place and really follow your dreams and take action. Because ultimately we do have the 3 of Gabriel here, right? And we have the 2 of Gabriel. So that's the 2 and 3 of Wands, right? Figure it out, partner up with somebody, make a decision, put a plan together. Okay, get all of your ducks in a row. Okay, you might be a couple little ups and downs, but the path forward is clear for you. Okay, the path forward is clear for you to take action, to start new things, and to find the joy, to find the pleasure again. Okay, that 3 of Wands energy really is about those doors opening for you. Taking the next steps forward also brings in a huge burst of optimism. So where there might have been with the 9 of Michael, where there may be some pessimistic kind of thinking, okay, it's replaced with this beautiful positive fire, this burst of inspiration, maybe even taking a creative approach to something rather than an intellectual one. Okay, and sometimes that's the key. We overthink and we overanalyze things and we block ourselves creatively. Okay, so you may certainly have something there for you where a different approach may actually be the catalyst that moves you and propels you forward. Okay. But if you look at your reading here, if you look at everything, I think that Michael is really trying to empower you here in this energy, because ultimately your only major arcana coming out for you there is that Hermit energy. And that's really all about self. That's really all about you doing what is right for you, connecting with your higher self, your soul, doing some soul searching, getting the answers, figuring out what are your hopes and your dreams, right? What lights your path forward? Okay, this is where we go within and we set our big goals. Okay, so this is really all about you. You are very much empowered, and I think Michael is really trying to give you a little bit of strength and a little bit of confidence boost. Okay, to make the right choices for you. Okay, to do what makes you happy. Okay, and yes, sometimes it is a bit of a process. Sometimes we're a little bit 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or sometimes it feels like we're taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. But there's always a reason and there's always a purpose for that. Okay, so so I think they're really trying to give you a little bit of extra strength and a little bit of confidence. So these two cards up here, this is the Angels of Atlantis deck. And if you actually go to the web page for it, there's actually meditations that are on there that you can use. I think they're free as far as I know. So you may want to try that if you're not sure how to meditate, or if you find that you really just can't focus when you're meditating, right? Sometimes we focus, sometimes we don't need to, but it all depends on, on you. But I think there's, if I'm not mistaken, if they haven't changed, I think there's some guided meditations that are on there. So that could certainly help you out a little bit. And they are specific to the archangels. So specifically Archangel Michael, specifically Jophiel. You can always also find Raphael in there as well as Ariel and Gabriel. So you can find all of them in there. And so they're very powerful meditations as well. If they haven't, like I said, if they haven't changed them, I haven't been on there for a while. So I'm going to get a couple last messages here for you. These are from your guardian angel messages. And your first one, you've got one of the prayer cards. So where it says God, replace that, if you so wish, with spirit, angels, guides, universe, source, whatever that is for you. So the prayer: Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you. Sometimes we get a little bit carried away in the hustle and bustle of being human. We are ultimately spiritual beings having a human experience. So here's your next one. You got a second prayer card. Wow. Okay, that's we don't usually get 2 prayer cards out at one time. Dear guardian angel, to you I pray. When I'm fearful, help me remember that only love is real. When I am lost, help me to find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me to feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see order. Thank you. Hold that up. I hope that focuses for you if you wanted to take a screenshot of that. Let's just go like that. There we go. All right. I'm going to leave that there for you folks. I really hope there was something here that did resonate with you. If there was, please hit like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.